Warm rock candy, though, which is
Warm
disconcerting.
rock candy, yeah. So it's like weirdly, no, it's the texture of rock candy, but like,
why?
I imagine
But like it's been microwaved a little bit.
a little bit, but like not melty, just
No,
shiny.
I was gonna say, is rock candy supposed to be eaten cold?
No,
Is this
well,
a
room
cool
temperature?
it's room
snack?
temperature. So like, right, because you make rock candy with like sugar and like room temperature water. So I imagine the skull, right,
Yep.
made out of room temperature rock candy, but like smoothed over time.
But it in
But
fact
still warm
is
and not pleasant. It
it's
wasn't.
it's rusted over rock candy that is a
Yeah.
little
Well, that's
too
what
warm.
I mean, the texture, right? Because the rock candy has like those like
Like the little Sharpie bits.
yes.
Crenellations.
A little
Yes.
Sharpie bits, a little bit
Yes.
of powder,
Yes.
a little
Okay.
nasty.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
you're not
okay,
wrong.
okay.
I'm coming
Right?
around. I'm coming around to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't, but yes.
Honestly, they should sell this.
Right, but you know what I mean? Like you could make little anyway. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to my brain palace.
It's like
Nice to
that.
have you here. So glad
It's
you
like
could make
that.
it.
It's like that Indiana Jones movie. Nobody talks about the Kingdom of the Rock Candy Skull.
Yes.
That's the best one, arguably. That's
Yeah.
the top one.
Do we need to recreate a couple scenes of that?
Oh my god.
Alex could probably put some Nazis in this game.
In the rock candy skull, the bad guys were actually the Soviets, which
Is
is
that
why
true?
that movie is subpar
I thought
because
he hated,
Nazis.
That's
yeah, okay.
why. That's the one reason why that movie is so
Well,
Yep.
popular.
Zero
That's
other
it.
reasons.
There's
It's
no
just
other one.
Yeah,
it's just that the Soviets never make as good of bad guys as Nazis. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Well, let's throw a daughter in this time, and maybe it'll do better. I mean, what?
It's funny
I'm
because,
sorry.
like, on
Had too
Twitch,
much
people
coffee
were just
today.
served an Indiana Jones ad. Or at least I was.
Whoa, No.
Yeah. I swear to God, it just
No.
finished. It just finished. I swear to God.
That's- I don't
Yeah.
like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it at
No,
all.
I don't
Okay.
care for that.
Let me just say a quick Google shows that there's no existence of a skull rock candy, so the market is ripe. It's
Wide
ready.
open. Wide
We are
open.
ready.
Do
Okay,
we
but the
think?
question is, where do we put it? Because it's not really an Etsy thing anymore. They've been taken over. by
Although I'm on
commercialization.
Etsy and they're selling rock candy for $14, so
Oh,
Shit.
What is this world coming to?
on a stick? Is it on a string? Or
it's
is
on
it
it's on a stick.
Okay.
Okay, well I'll pay
Classic
extra.
rock
I'll
candy.
pay extra for a rock candy stick, I guess.
Is it
Well, if it was on
abiding
a
by-
string, I'd be like, come on, $14.
What? You just knocked this up in the back
Excessive.
room? Come on.
Lumber is
Right.
expensive these days, you guys. Lumber is very expensive. Okay.
They're like buying it off of science fair kids, is what they're doing.
Science fair kids rolling in. You want to buy a rock candy
Yeah,
thing? Come on.
everybody had that one dealer at the science fair. You want to buy some rock?
Right next to the
Candy.
baking soda kid.
Why'd you pause for so long? Hello, everybody.
Hi.
This is Live from the Apocalypse. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've not caught us before, we are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio. We make actual play content like streams and podcasts and other things like that to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations and other important causes. And we are currently raising money for Rainbow Railroad, which is a fantastic, very important nonprofit currently, currently more important than ever. They basically put queer people, particularly right now trans people, into safe places if they are not already. So whether that be a country or a region or a state even or anything like that, they do their best with the money that they are given to get them somewhere where they will be safer. Obviously, this is a very important time for that, unfortunately. So we just ask that if you like what you see here, instead of doing the normal Twitch things like subscribing or giving us bits or any of that stuff where Amazon will take more than half of it, you just instead donate directly to Rainbow Railroad. And you can do that by just clicking the button that says donate to charity. Where the subscribe button normally would be, you can give the $5 or the $6 or whatever you can spare. There's no expectation, whatever you would have been able to give us. And instead, just give it directly to Rainbow Railroad. And if you do that, it'll trigger an alert. The McElroy brothers will scream at us. It'll interrupt whatever's going on. I will hear it, but I will make sure that everybody else is interrupted. I'll scream directly into the microphone, and then everybody will know.
Wait, we're allowed to do that? We're allowed to share the pain in that way? You didn't tell me that when you taught me tech.
Yeah, I just decided to do it tonight.
Cool.
They're just going to scream directly into the microphone. Yeah, please do that if you can, if you're so inclined. If not, totally fine. Just enjoy the content. There is a way to subscribe. If you click that button, you will notice that there is a support the channel option. We can't stop you from doing it. If you really, really want to, you can, especially if you have an Amazon Prime sub. That's included free in your subscription to Amazon. Doesn't cost you anything extra. You can throw it our way if you want to. Occasionally, Amazon does deign to spit pennies on us while we thank them profusely. So you can, so that'll go back into supporting the channel, mostly into paying for art for some future game, probably. So that's good. That's good. It's a good thing to do. If you want to, feel free to do that. But if you do, just be aware that Brendan Lee Mulligan, beloved Dimension 20 Dungeon Master, will kill a dog. He will murder one dog for every month you have been subscribed to this channel. So just, ask if you can get right with yourself and if you'll be up all night.
Fitz has made it this far.
It's true.
But the rest
It's
of
only a matter of time.
That's true.
That's
I was going to say,
Oh
you
my
just narrowed down the
God.
pool considerably, Alex.
Yes,
Sure
I did.
You.
Maybe there are other werewolf families. I'm just saying there are other werewolf families that are not
No,
mine.
there aren't. You were the last ones. You were the last ones.
And they're innocent.
Is any werewolf innocent?
Asking the tough questions. That is, I think, all of the bookkeeping and the important stuff like that. So I think we'll just, I'll turn it over to Alex and then we'll get into introductions. And then we'll start playing the third and final part of Founders Day.
Ooh, Founders Day. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We're here to do a Backwoods preview for a game that I wrote or am writing with my colleague Asa, which is going to be launching on Kickstarter in the not too distant future. Still up in the air, but if you like what you see, you can give us a follow on our Kickstarter pre-launch page, which will have info on when the game or when the thing goes live and yada yada. I'll plug it at the end. So let's just run introductions. I guess I'll start because I got a little bigger. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm Mightiest Finn on Twitter. I wrote a game and I'm running this game, and there are other things I'm doing that I'll talk about at the end. But yeah, I'm going to be your storyteller tonight, and I promise nothing bad is going to happen.
I don't believe you.
Hi. Something bad is definitely going to happen. A lot of it, probably.
Yeah, I've had a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, expect a lot of bloodshed. I don't feel like we're getting out of here without it. My name is Candace. My pronouns are they, she. I'm playing Sojo Tubman, also they, she. And I feel like I am the most nervous about the murderous robot, since he kind of knows our secrets. But the not deer is also kind of creeping up a little bit, both like above the hotel and in the hotel now for this one. So that's not good. It's not good.
Very not good.
No.
I'm JD, and I'm expecting a lot of horrible things to happen, but I'm not too worried. I am playing... Who am I playing? Gabriel Abernathy. This is what happens when I play too many characters in a row. He uses the Scholar book. Yeah, he's having a really great time. He's not concerned. This has been a great night. There's fireworks. There's a beautiful man next to him. Things are so good.
Everything's coming up, Gabriel.
Forgot about the beautiful man.
It's my turn. Hi, I'm Youngles / Jen. They, she pronouns. Cal goes by they, them pronouns, and Cal is very distressed because the recorder is missing. And I don't know how y'all are so calm at such a time like this when there's such a travesty afoot, but you do you and stuff.
Honestly, that distresses Gabriel the most.
It definitely much more than Cal licking the skull.
Oh, that was fine. That was totally fine.
That's absolutely normal behavior. Also, hello, I'm Raph. I'm playing I'm playing Charlie, just Charlie. And I think that everything is going to be actually really good. I think Alex is going to surprise everyone, and we're just going to get everything done, and we're going to bring Ratbert back to life, and we're going to save everyone, and we won't have to burn down the hotel, and everything will be good. And Charlie and Wit will maybe get married. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah. Go follow Backwards Games.
Thank you for that vote of confidence, Raph. Naive as it is.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hi, I'm Will. I play Reese Till, who is, Alex has assured me, is definitely going to die tonight. So I guess look forward to that. He is a scold, technically. That hasn't come up much. We'll see if it does tonight. And I do mostly stuff here live from the apocalypse. So I think that is all of the things and the stuff. I don't think tonight's going to go well.
You gotta
That's
get
it
out
for
there
me.
scolding people.
Well, I don't know if it works on
You
robots.
gotta manifest
Is the
it.
problem.
You won't know unless you try.
We
You're
have a
not
crystal skull now. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
100%.
If you wanted to try to guess, though, I did put up a poll.
Okay. All right. Good. That is. Hold on. I have to vote.
Wow. This
This
is
hard.
vicious.
This is hard. Actually, it's not hard because the person who's going to die first, I'm not going to tell you, and I'm not going to vote because I know who it is.
Sacrilege.
Just coming out and saying it.
No.
Okay.
You're saying this so confidently, as if
Yeah.
maybe no one will die.
Yeah, it's true.
Actually, we know who died first, and it was Rapper. Unfortunately, R.I.P. Rapper.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Ratbird.
All right.
He might just be in
Rapper.
stasis. You can fix him.
Yeah.
It's
And don't forget
true. Okay.
Phil.
I don't think Phil was ever alive. I'm not
No.
buying it.
There might have been a Phil. You don't know.
Maybe in
At
quotation
one
marks.
point in time.
Maybe.
It's not your Phil. Okay, so I think our camera is going to fade from black on a drone shot over the old hotel party. Swooping through the fireworks, bursting with an overhead shot of a figure that takes an axe and gives a very tall cutie face a whack, and then splits open the head of another less cutie faced individual, and we see the crowd just shoot out. Like it's almost immediate with that second blow. People just start scattering. You all are in that crowd and you're being jostled. Before we get into your actions, though, you do all see walking up the path the knot deer, which, as I've described, is a gigantic stag, 6 legs, gigantic antlers. It's got teeth, like sharp teeth, and it is snarling as it's walking. I'm going to need everyone to make a resolve roll. That's how we're going to start.
Can you remind Cal what I'm supposed to roll again?
Yes, so you will roll a d20, and you are trying to get under your current resolve. No modifiers,
you.
just...
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi,
Welcome,
everybody.
Raiders.
Oh,
I think I just died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not.
I
got
rolled
an
a nat 20.
Ooh, that's
I rolled a
rough.
17.
I rolled an 18.
I rolled
Okay.
a 4.
Okay,
Ugh,
and
Gabriel.
Reese,
Power of the Crystal Skull.
Reese, how you doing? I think you mute.
Don't forget we have advantage as well. We need it.
Wait, we have advantage?
From eating the lobster roll.
That's right.
I
Oh.
liked it, though.
Jen, why are you arguing with the GM?
It still counts, Jen.
Wait.
It still counts. I'm
Your
giving it to you.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I got a 3. So
That's good.
I rolled
Should
a 13. Will I die if I don't re-roll it?
What is
Nope,
your
that was worse. I want my first number.
So you cannot die from resolve loss,
Cool.
which is what would happen.
I
You would
have
just fall
3
unconscious.
resolve.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you may want to re-roll it just in
Okay.
case. There's a chance.
Sure.
There's a chance you don't faint. It's not a good one, but it's a chance.
So is a nat 20 going to end me?
No,
All
but you
right.
will be taking max resolve damage.
Which is
8.
okay.
I rolled better on my second one. I got a 12.
Great. Okay. So if you failed your roll, you are going to lose 5 resolve points. If you succeeded on your roll, you are going to lose 3.
I need
Cool.
to do some math real quick.
I have -2 resolve.
Well, you're at 0. Can't go negative.
I'm sorry,
Reese
that
no
was
longer
funny.
has any chill. No chill for Reese.
All right, what am I
Reese,
at? Okay.
Reese no longer has any consciousness, unfortunately.
Yeah, I fall. Reese crumples to the ground.
Which is great in the
we
middle
have
of a
to carry
crowd.
him now.
So you're all a little separated. So if what we're going to have happen is everyone will be declaring your actions as to what you'd like to do in this moment as the not deer approaches and the robot starts just hacking people apart with their fire axe. Reese, you see the not deer and something breaks in your brain and you just collapse down onto the floor. I'm not going to trample you to death in the crowd yet. We'll have a luck roll later if we need to. Let's start. Well, let's just go alphabetically because that's the natural order of the universe. So, Candace Sojo, what is Sojo's instinct in this moment?
Sojo's instinct is to shoot that not deer in the face with a bolt.
I love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not fucking around. She's got a weird vibe from it. She's like, the robot's kind of messing with me. I'm going to stay in my lane.
All right. So normally in combat, we would be acting in vigilance order, but we're just going to be cinematic here. So go ahead and make me an attack roll with your crossbow bolt against the not deer. What'd you get?
I got a natty 20, baby.
A natty 20. Ooh,
And then that's
starting up
plus
good.
4. So 24.
Well,
Incredible.
would it surprise you to learn that does in fact hit
Yeah,
the not
wonderful.
deer? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Spectacular.
And on a critical hit, you will deal double damage.
Yay. Okay, hold on. Let me fish out a D8. I forgot that I would need that. Sorry, everyone. I apologize to the class. I should have had a D8. Of course, now I will find every die except for the one that I need.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I do a D8 plus 2 damage to this creep. Ooh. Okay. So 2D8 plus 4
Just plus 2.
is
D8
just
plus
plus 2.
Sorry.
But
Sorry,
it's
yeah.
not plus 2 each time.
No.
Dang it, Alex.
Unless Ace
All
is
right,
in the chat
well-
and wants to tell me otherwise.
Asa, please. Lifeline for your boy. That's at 11, 12, 13. Or 15 if
Mother
Alex
was.
feels like being chill.
All right, fine. Alex does feel like being chill. I can be bullied into allowing more damage. Because it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, so.
No, that was a cruel thing to say, and it was a lie. I'm sorry. So your crossbow bolt flies out, and you get the not deer right in the eye. Just like, pop. The not deer shakes its head, and you see that other eye is now fixed on you.
I think Sojo's like, you come here fucking up this party for everyone? Come at me. I don't give a fuck. Come on, let's go. We're in the fucking... This is gonna burn down. There's a robot. I don't give a fuck. Come at me.
Fantastic.
Yeah, big wide open arms for it.
Come at me, bro. I love to see it. JD Gabriel, what are you up to?
I think Gabriel is actually going to try to focus more on like crowd control and
Okay.
try to get everyone towards relative safety. Unfortunately, I feel like his thoughts are right now that's the hotel.
Oh,
Given
that's
the
100%.
not deer.
Yeah, that's 100% the hotel.
Which he doesn't
because
love.
there's one way on and off this mountain, and there is a very large, angry cryptid there. So would you like to make me some kind of persuasion roll? Or
I would love to.
Fantastic.
And that's going to go terribly because that is a 5 in total.
So I imagine you're like waving your arms and trying to get people like, safety, the hotel. Someone just like runs blindly at the not deer. They're like looking behind them at this robot and they don't see the deer standing there, or the not deer standing there. And it just like raises up and smash, pulps the head, tosses them aside. No one is listening to you. It's just panic. And you're getting jostled. You lose sight of your very attractive friend. He's gone in the crowd.
How dare. That's actually probably why it goes so badly, because Gabriel just gets distracted and is like, wait, where's Fisher?
Fisher, where are you? Fisher is being swept into the hotel because some of them are running that way. Some of them are running from the not deer into the robot. Some of them are running into the robot from the not deer. Like there's just a lot of, it's bad. It's starting to smell like blood. So that's a plus, right?
That was a sentence.
Okay. Jen, Cal, what would you like to do in this moment?
How far away is this not deer from where I am currently?
It's down. It's coming up the path at you. It's probably 100 feet away.
Okay. And how far away is the robot?
Oh, closer, much closer.
Can I get within 10 feet of the robot?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Why are you all shaking your heads already? I didn't even do anything yet. Cal is going to kind of take a look around at the chaos, which Cal is very, very accustomed to, but also freaking out on the inside, like very deep inside, like very stuffed in there, just crammed up in the center, because the recorder. But what better way to find the recorder than get a better vantage point? So Cal's going to reach into their cloak and take out their whip and like not run, because they don't have a very big sprinting speed, but like saunter carefully, trying not to trip over their robe at the same time because it's a little long, and trying to like whip at the highest point of that robot that it can find, just so that he can they can try to ride on its shoulders or something.
For sure. Why don't you make me a stunt roll to do that?
Okay. Speaking of Indiana Jones, Cal is having a moment.
And if you actually want to make a sneak roll before you do that, I might allow an advantage on the stunt roll if the robot doesn't notice you.
Okay, is that a D22 for both of us?
Yep, that'd be a D20 for both of them.
Well, that sneak roll is not, that's a 2.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So we're off to a great Cal start.
Yep, loving it.
I'm even using physical dice this time. But my stunt is a 17.
Okay, so the robot, busy chopping people, hears you coming. It does have robot perception, so it like turns and looks at you, and you just whip it right around the neck. Obviously that doesn't do anything because it's a robot, but you are able to like jump up and like maybe haul it a little bit towards you and climb up on its shoulders, and you are standing there now.
Cal just starts yelling. Like, I got it. Like, not like, now just very impressed with themselves that actually worked.
Very good. Raph Charlie.
Okay, so just so I know, Cal is on top of Adam, like on
Correct.
his
Like
shoulders.
standing on the shoulders.
Okay. A couple of questions for you. One, Charlie has been doing research on Whitney since forever.
Right.
Do I know any sort of like, have I read anything about any sort of like commands or any sort of like potential secret like stop button or anything like that. Not necessarily a flawless plan, but
So
maybe some sort of code or something, tinker.
So the two things that you know about Wit and in this situation, you do know that like Wit's luggage is famous for having a musical lock.
Yes.
Like if you whistle or hum the right tune, it will open. Whether or not that has something to do with Adam, you don't know, but that is their style, is that kind of like weird or not what you would think in terms of locking mechanisms or control mechanisms.
Right.
The other thing that you know about Wit, or more specifically about Adam because you saw it, is that there is a panel on him that you can open to get at the like internal gear mechanisms.
Wonderful. Okay. And Adam is still on stage next to Wit, correct?
He's sort of jumped down into the crowd.
Super. Wow. Hate that. Okay. All right. Then Charlie is going to scream out because of Wit, and then going to grab Gadget and say, Gadget, go check on Wit. Make sure that she's alive. While he whips out a grappling gun. And I think he's going to try to use the grappling gun to like grab onto that chest part to like rip him open.
Fantastic. Go ahead and make me a ranged attack roll using ranged. Your skill of ranged.
My skill of ranged. Where is that? Oh, no, not very good, fam. Not very good. Alrighty. Well, that's an 11.
Okay. Unfortunately, you hook Adam's tuxedo and you rip off like the half of it.
Can I use my advantage on that, actually? I
Have
feel
you
like
used your advantage?
No.
Then please go for it.
Yay. I want this to go well.
I
Begging
do too.
and pleading for this to go well. Okay! 16.
16. That's a pretty good roll. I think that's good enough. I should have consulted this beforehand. That is good enough.
Yay!
So you hook the right panel and your grappling gun pulls, and for anyone watching, you just see Adam's like chest compartment swing open. And there you see all of the clockwork mechanisms in there. You see the like pulsing heart of him that is powered using one half of the heart of New Orleans. And yeah, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yeah, I think Cal just calls out Charlie calls out to Cal, slash to anyone listening at this point, a little bit frantically, just says, there's got to be a way to stop it. And he just starts like whistling random tunes as well, like running around, like trying to pull in the grappling gun and whistling and like yelling at people to shoot the heart as a backup.
All right. Reese, you're unconscious.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, I'd pee my pants or something.
I won't make you do that. That's undignified unless you want to.
No, that's fine.
Okay, great. I'm gonna say it's Adam's turn. We will end with Adam. Adam notices that there's a human being standing on his shoulders. And Cal, you see the axe come out. He just like extends his arms and rotates the axe head, and he just goes whoom, and attacks you with it. What is your reflex defense? Or what is your reflex score?
It's like the modifier or the whole thing?
The big number.
10.
10. Great.
Because Cal's not very, very dexterous.
Okay. A 17 hits you. So the axe comes up and it just buries itself in your chest. You are going to take 8 points of health damage,
Okay.
and you are now hemorrhaging, which means at the start of your turn, you lose 2 hit points.
This is
Okay.
horrible.
Cal's gonna die.
Why would you do this? Alex,
It's gonna be the
What?
shortest finale in LFTA
it's been
history.
10 minutes. Oh my god, I am
Listen.
scandalized.
I thought
love
y'all were
it.
going to run. You didn't. So,
Yeah, but now Cal's just bleeding all over the robot out of spite because he knows it's gonna rust.
I went down before we even had the chance to run.
see, yeah, that's true. The not deer then charges Sojo. And what is your reflex?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, that's fair. My reflex is a 14.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I rolled a 12. You do see a bunch of boppy noblemen and noblewomen and noble persons just get trampled down. Just like 6 legs, antlers smashing people, and like there are just too many bodies for it to get to you is the only reason why you're okay right now. Like 10 people died to give you a moment.
How stupid are we going to get in this game?
It's up
We're
to
getting
you.
really stupid.
Fully commit.
Entirely.
What would I have to roll to jump on the back of this not deer? It's not my turn.
It would be a stunt check.
A stun check? Okay, I'll mull it over. We'll think about it.
And since we are going cinematically, it is your turn. Actually,
It is my turn?
Yeah.
Everybody went. All
Do
right,
it.
all right.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
How do I know what my stunt is? Let me see. It's all right. It's okay. Is it better than okay? It might be better than okay. All right. But it won't like be tame because I've bested it, right?
Oh no.
Okay. My comrade is dying, and I have herbs in my pocket. That's probably not going to help at all. But I get.
Listen, maybe an herb could help. It could help.
So you're riding. So Cal, you're riding
Stuff it with
this
garlic.
robot like a bucking bronco is what I'm seeing in my main in
Yeah,
my brain.
so like my
That's-
whip is like around its neck, and like my robes are furrowing in the breeze as
Okay.
I am profusely bleeding now from my chest all over its head.
What will I need to do to grab Cal and get the fuck out of there?
What would you need? Oh no, we lost Raph.
Happens all the time. They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll
That's
be
true.
back.
If you want to make either a stunt or a luck roll, which like if you are just gonna say, Martha Washington, please watch over me, and just try, I'll allow a luck roll. And that's
All right.
50-50 chance.
All right, I'm going to do the luck roll because
Okay.
I feel like the stunt roll might not. If I get a really good score, though, I would like to update my option if that's right.
Sure, why not?
Yes, I got a 2. All right.
Okay. All right.
Not the
So-
stunt roll.
No, definitely not a stunt roll.
Could you imagine if I had been like, let's go ahead and fucking jump on that not deer? No.
That would have been bad. Been real bad. Been real bad.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I would like to do. I would like to jump on stage, grab Cal. I think you might lose your whip. I'm so sorry. I will buy you a new one in the future.
First the recorder, now the whip.
I know.
Wow.
I'll just let them die at this point. Like honestly, what?
And I will say that the crowd is like streaming into the hotel at this point, so there is momentum for you to like get kind of carried along into the hotel. So
Okay. I think I like shout though. I let everybody know. I'm like, Charlie, Gabe, get Reese. We gotta go inside. This is fucked up. No, I'm not doing it. Not today. And I pick Cal up, and it's like a nice like. It's not like fireman carry. It's like a fancy like. You're gonna be okay.
yeah,
Mix Cal. You're gonna be all right.
we love to see it.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
I was going to say, so Joe yelling that, definitely in line with what Gabriel already planned to do, because he'd noticed he'd seen/heard everyone but Reese. And so his goal is to find Reese and get Reese out of there.
Make me a vigilance roll.
That is a 15.
All right, you saw where Reese was when he fell. You also see, unfortunately, that there is a not deer right next to him.
I'm going for it.
Okay. So you're going to run in. The not deer will be perceiving you, even if you do not wish to be perceived. And as you leave, like you can scoop Reese up. As you leave, it will be attacking you.
Okay. I accept that.
What is your reflex score?
13.
13. That's a dirty 20.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So you are going to take 9 points of hit point damage.
Okay. So 2 questions, really
Yes.
quick.
Yeah, sure.
So, I have pocket protector, and I
Do
have
you?
my bag slung over my shoulder.
Okay.
So that's would give me +4 to my armor of 2.
So you would reduce that damage by 6 rather than 2.
Cool.
Okay.
That
So
is much better.
the not deer, it gets you in the back. Your bag takes the most of it. And as your bag rips open, books fly everywhere. And a certain skull made of metal also flies out. And that will be the end of your turn. Cal, you are being carried along to safety. Is there anything you would like to do as you are being carried to safety?
Reach my arms out for my whip that was left behind in sadness as I allow myself to be taken by this wonderful muscle mummy that has graced me with their presence.
Excellent. That brings us to Charlie.
Okay. Okay, Alex. I think
You do see Gadget like waving
yeah,
her
that
arms.
was going to be my question. They're waving at me. Obviously, I don't know who else they would wave
Yes.
at. Okay. Then I think Charlie is going to run to Gadget and Wit.
Mm-hmm.
And just like crouch down and just say, Gadget, what is it? Is she alive?
Its eyes are fluttering. They are bleeding profusely, but they are still alive.
Okay. I think so I have like not real materials. But I have like a weapon cleaning kit. Can I grab like a rag and like
Sure.
try to stuff it in the wound?
Yeah, just an oil-drenched rag. That's the perfect thing to put in there.
Better than letting it just bleed out. So,
absolutely.
Charlie's just holding on to Whitney and saying, keep your eyes open. It's going to be okay. All right. I'm going to take you to the hotel. Adam we're going to take care of him and we'll build a new one, a better Adam, one that won't react to fireworks, one that loves fireworks, actually.
let's go. I'm gonna start dragging you now. Is that okay? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna drag you. And I think he's just gonna try. They're just gonna try to like pick him up and start dragging them. I don't know.
Okay.
Charlie's not very strong.
And Wit, as we've established, is big.
It's big.
It's big. So, Gadget is also helping. Like, Gadget's got a foot and is just like trying with all of its tiny might. Like, her arms are extended fully out because she can't actually do any dragging, but she's trying. She's trying.
She's
so
helping,
hard.
and that is important.
All right.
Yeah.
So, we'll do Adam first. The skull that went flying bounces to the ground right in front of Adam's feet. And there's a moment where he looks very confused, even though it's just like blank robot face. And he bends down and picks up the robot skull and is just like looking at it and looking at it. And then something else flashes in his eyes and he gets even more unhinged. He saw that the skull came from you, Gabriel, so he just takes this skull and throws it like a baseball at your head. And your reflex is 13?
Yep.
So 21. I'm sorry, Adam is on fucking fire tonight. So you're going to take 3 points of damage as this metal skull just hits you in the side of the head. And I'm going to say you drop Reese. Because it's disorienting. I'm the GM. Adam then swivels and is like scanning targets. Most people have sort of left his general vicinity, but he does see Wit. And he does see Charlie trying to drag Wit away. And he starts approaching with the axe. You know, his chest compartment is open. And in that moment, Gadget stops trying to drag Wit and just like launches herself at Adam. And she's clearly trying to go for the chest. But unfortunately, Adam's got really good reflexes. And he just catches Gadget. And his hands just close down. And there's just this crunching metallic whine. And Gadget's extendo arms go limp. And the last thing we hear is Charlie's voice being recorded. Or a recording of Charlie's voice that says, "I love you." And then Adam just drops Gadget to the ground. Completely.
Fuck you, Alex.
Completely destroyed.
You're a monster.
You absolute monster, not affectionate.
Not affectionate.
I don't even like this monkey, and I'm really upset.
The not deer sees Reese on the ground.
Okay, all right. This feels personal.
And Gabriel, you're sort of dazed. You know, you've taken a metal robot skull to the head, and you see Reese on his back, unconscious. And you see the not deer bend down over him, and its tongue snakes out. And you watch as the two tendrils go into his eyes. Like the forked tongue goes into his eyes.
Why?
Reese, you're standing in a lovely mountain glade.
You're just doing this because Carrie is watching.
No, I'm not. Is Carrie watching? Hi, Carrie.
Yeah.
You're standing in a lovely mountain glade. It's morning. You're surrounded by trees. It's beautiful. You're thirsty, though. So you move your 6 legs and you go to a little mountain pool. And you bend your little not deer head down, and your long forked tongue reaches out and starts lapping up water. And then you hear the shot before you feel it. something hits you in the side. And you look over and you see a man standing there with a rifle. And Reese, in some unconscious part of your brain, you recognize Vanderbilt. But your not dear body is wounded and you sort of just collapse. And Vanderbilt comes up to you, shock on his face. Sadness? And he reaches down and he puts his hand over your wound. And it's at that point you see one of the people that you serve walk out from a nearby tree. And Vanderbilt, hands covered in your blood, is looking up at this person, this child of the forest, the people you serve, your masters, the ones you love, who protect you. And they have an exchange. You don't understand what they're saying, because you can't understand what humans say. They're weird. But they seem to nod, and your friend comes over, places its hand on your wound, and you feel the bullet leave. And you feel the wound sort of scab over. And you're able to stand. And then, Reese, you wake up with the not deer's tongue in your eyes. And the not deer, Gabriel, you see this, Reese, you see this, it starts back. Like, there is a moment where it's just like shocked and paused. And it's looking at Reese in a very strange way. Almost like it knows Reese. Sojo, what are you up to?
I mean, above the table, I'm losing my fucking mind.
Sorry, Reese, you have 1 sanity point left. You are back conscious with 1 sanity point.
I think Sojo is trying to find a safe-ish spot to try to do at least some kind of bandaging and make like a drug to hopefully give Cal some oomph back.
So I will say you have been swept into the hotel at this point.
Okay.
You know Dahlia's is there. It seems like people are sort of like running to their rooms, maybe, like trying to get up.
Okay.
Dahlia's is ground floor. Doesn't look like a lot of people are going there.
That was my first question. So that's probably where I would go. I know at the very least we could slide into the back, into the kitchen, and probably have some solace there, like some solitude. I think that's what's happening. I think like Sojo shouts as much like back toward everybody as possible as they're like running in. And then just kind of like books it into the kitchen, kind of like rips some of the tablecloths off of the tops of the tables to try and make dressings and things like that. And just like keeps you away from that big window, because like nobody needs to know we're in here, man.
No. So that it will be enough to stop Cal's bleeding. Like there's enough there that you can make sure that Cal doesn't expire right now. Making some sort of dressing for the wound will take a little bit of time, but at the moment, you are in a safe place, the two of you.
Okay.
Gabriel. The not deer is standing there.
Uh-huh.
It's not moving. And it looks like an animal at bay, like something has spooked it.
Okay. You know what? Gabriel is hoping that like 90% of what he just witnessed was because he got hit in the head by the robot skull. So
sure. Reasonable.
His mission hasn't changed, which means he is going to try to get Reese up and like kind of hold a hand out to the not deer as though that will do anything as he is getting Reese up, and just be like, let's move slowly, let's back away, let's get the fuck inside the hotel.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to pick Reese up, and Reese, if you're walking, which you can, sort of being carried away.
I think Reese will walk backwards, but he's kind of going to look at the deer, the not deer.
Okay.
What is it doing?
It's looking at you.
Can I tell how it's looking at me?
If you're good at reading the face of a non-humanoid not deer.
Did you not read my backstory?
Oh wait, I did. Right. Okay. Fear, but also anger.
I think as Gabriel starts dragging Reese away, Reese is kind of going to put a hand out towards the not deer and say, as he's being dragged away, very tired, very exhausted, just very hurt. I ain't him.
Very good. We'll go back to the restaurant briefly. Cal, is there anything you've been sort of bandaged up? You don't have your whip, you don't have your recorder, but you're not dying. Is there anything you'd like to do in these moments?
Cal's just crying deep inside. Kind of just prepared for the end. Not really paying attention to what Sojo is doing because Cal is just thinking about the recorder, their whip, and the robot, and how if they had just had 5 more seconds, maybe they could have done something differently. They also haven't talked to their grandmother in a long time. It's kind of a regret now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cal. Maybe you'll live to see Grandma again. Maybe. We'll see.
I think Sojo gives you their brass knuckles. Like, you probably can't swing on anybody, but they recognize you've lost a lot.
Yeah.
And they haven't used them. So they just like slip them on your fingers so you feel safe.
Aww.
That's lovely. Then we will finally transition back outside to Charlie, who is dragging Wit's bleeding body.
Charlie is still holding on to Wit, dragging them, and just tears streaming down their face, and just saying, Wit, please, if you can just say anything, just if there's a way to shut it down, there must be a tune or some way to a poem, a riddle, a song, or something. I know that you can do this. You just anything, just tell me anything. I don't want to ruin your creation, but this is life or death now.
So Wit is barely conscious. And you know that they
They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle what you were about to say.
No.
You are just being too cruel.
I mean, Alex takes everything you love away from you. That is what he does.
Just really hates me today. Sorry.
So, Charlie, I will say, you see, after Adam just obliterates Gadget, his attention gets distracted by something. And he sort of takes a few steps towards the not deer and is just like hacking his way through people. I'm going to give you a choice. You can either take the time to try and get Wit to tell you some sort of deactivation code or whatever. Or you can grab Gadget's body and get all three of you out of there before Adam comes back.
I think Charlie is looking at Adam just cutting through people, looking at Gadget's just pieces, and looking at Wit, who is slipping away very quickly, and just starts crying and kind of puts Wit down and starts bandaging them and just saying, "I'm sorry, Gadget. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And just bandaging Wit, try to get them to help.
All right. So the bandaging and your ministrations get them sort of back in the moment. They're like, what's happening? What?
Adam, he got triggered by some fireworks. We need to stop him now. He's on a killing rampage. He's killed a lot of people. He killed Gadget.
I'm so sorry.
There's no time. Just how do we shut it down?
The deactivation key is in my room.
Okay.
Go get it.
Can you stand? I can drag you?
They sort of hoist themselves up, all 6'9" of them, and they're like, "If I can lean on you, I can make it."
Okay. Let's hurry. There's not going to be that many people left if we don't hurry.
All right, so you both are able to limp into the hotel as Adam finishes up the last of the people outside. And between him and the Not Deer, it's a battlefield out there, and it's not one that the humans won. But the last sort of glimpse you have as you walk into the hotel is the mists are sort of coming in, and the Not Deer has faded away somewhere, looking for other prey. And Adam has sort of wandered off to do Adam things. And you start to see some figures in white walking
My God.
amongst the broken bodies outside. And you see them sort of leaning down. And then some of them pick people up and lead them into the mist. But we're going to go into Dahlia's restaurant, where I think you've all found yourselves. I think it's just sort of an unconscious thing, not to railroad you, but Charlie, are you going immediately to Wit's room? I think you'd be the only one who probably wouldn't. Maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
I think very much like if they pass by Dahlia's, they can call out and tell everyone what's going on. But yeah.
All right. So we'll start in Dahlia's, and then we'll go to Charlie and Wit in Wit's room. Now that you're all sort of having a minute, you've noticed that the entirety of the restaurant is white. Maybe even the entirety of the hotel. There is no color here whatsoever except for you. And you can also see that the paneling on the walls is starting to bulge in places, as those things are starting to grow out of the walls.
Is Zalia around?
You've just been in the main dining area, I think. Have you gone
Okay.
back?
I feel like I'd probably, after making sure that Cal was okay, like once other people arrived, I'd probably go back and look for her.
Okay. So yeah, you go back into the kitchen, and again, it's white. The pots and pans are silver. The floor is white, the cabinets are white, everything is white. Except for Dahlia, who is sort of huddled in a corner, sort of got her knees up, looking down, and you recognize the body of the children who had replaced Uncle Robert, laying on the floor, its head bashed in by a discarded frying pan.
Are you all right? I see you got my note.
She looks up very startled. She's absolutely in her own little world. She's like, what is going on?
There's some kind of an incident, I guess. There's like a not a deer, 6-legged thing outside, and it's getting people. And also, there's a robot on the loose as well. Unfortunately,
She points at the body. No, what is going on?
Oh yeah. So these are children of the forest, I think they said. And they're I don't know what they are. Honestly, they come through the mirrors, and they've been replacing people. And I just was trying to make sure that didn't happen to you, because he was leaning over you like he was going to try something, and
Well, he did try something.
yeah. You can't stay here though. I have my friends. They're a little worse for wear. If you can, I don't know if you have any skills, but keep one of those cast iron things with you.
Well, you see her sort of coming to a like, okay, this is information. Yes, children's fairy tales are attacking this hotel right now, but that is neither here nor there. There is an actionable course of action. And she's like, listen, you don't run a kitchen without being able to fix people up, just in case. Show me your friends.
Yeah, I bring her out, and I'm like, everyone, do you remember Zalia, my great son? She's gonna help. Cal, you got to show her. Reese. Reese. I feel like this is like the first time like she's taken in the other two that are there and is like even more panicked.
You're muted.
Sure am. I think Reese is just like sitting in the booth, but like long ways. Like he has one leg kind of stretched out in front of him in the booth. His back is sort of like to the wall, and he is just staring off into space, like down a little bit, but just like 1,000-yard stare. Doesn't seem like he's hearing anything.
I think she's probably like, I have smelling salts.
Yeah.
Can I use those on Reese?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So normally you would use those to bring someone who is unconscious to one resolve point, but I'm going to say we'll use them because of the traumatic nature in which Reese came back to the world. This will be to bring him to 2 resolve points and sort of snap him out of it.
Almost back to where I started.
I think you smell like it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub for above the table purposes, like with eucalyptus and stuff, but it also smells like lavender. And I think like if you start to kind of come out of it, you see like Sojo is kind of crouched in front of you with like this little like it's a little tin that probably held a name brand mint a time or two ago, and it's full of like these little crystals and powdery nonsense, and they're like holding it under your face. Are you Are you all right, man? What happened out there? I saw that fucking deer on you.
He looks around at her and says, What did happen?
Well, I mean, I shot it in the face because it was fucking me up, and then it kind of stuck its tongue in your eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
It was troubling, to say the least. You're a tough son of a bitch, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Reese, what did you mean? As we were walking back in, you looked at the not deer and said something like, I'm not him.
I guess amongst its many other charming qualities, it can make you see things.
what kind of things? Like you thought you were it?
I saw it get shot by Vanderbilt. And then one of those things came out of the tree and healed it. And it thought I was him. Seemed to.
Why would it think that?
Because Reese Till ain't my real name. It's Vanderbilt the Fourth.
What?
Oh,
Does that mean you have my recorder?
Do I?
No.
I didn't think so.
No,
Cal.
the doctor has the recorder.
Yeah, he'll pat himself down like,
So what? So that's your ancestor then?
I'd hate to be related to that guy.
Not wrong.
yeah.
yeah, he seemed like a real dick.
Dahlia at that point chimes in and is like, wait, so the story about him meeting the children was real?
Hold on, what? You know about this?
This is making sense to you.
Well, I mean, I think you're coming down a little hard on Vanderbilt. He was actually kind of pretty nice man when you got to know him. But no, he used to tell me all kinds of stories about how he used to come up here when he was a younger man. And he said that at one point he met one of the children.
Well, I mean, that's who's taken over everybody. That's who did that to Uncle Robert.
That's who killed him.
What do you
killed
know
him?
about the children?
I mean, I know the legends about replacing people, but he seemed to think or say he had some sort of bargain with them.
What was
Don't
the
like that.
bargain?
He didn't tell me, but he told me that when he died, that I could have his journals and publish them. He said
he's
it was all in there.
dead. We saw him, right? He's upstairs in his room. He's dead. I mean, the young man version of him is not dead, but that's not really him, right?
No, they
Is
took his
it? I
place.
mean, what is that? Like, do we know?
At that point, there's a voice from the doorway.
No.
Am I dead?
Ah.
I don't think I am. and you look and you see Vanderbilt replaced. And he's got a massive scar down the front of his face that looks very freshly healed. It's like, takes a little bit more than a fire axe to kill me. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you're not you. You're one of them children,
That's
all right? You're
rude
not.
and uncalled for. Number one.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You can drop the act. We saw his body.
You've been looking in places you shouldn't.
Kind of my thing.
Mine too.
Well, if you know the secret, then I don't know that I can keep you around.
Don't you have bigger things to worry about?
Isn't there a robot outside?
Oh,
My stuff's
him?
missing if you want to go find it.
Him? We'll deal with the thief and the robot in time. Speaking of time, I think there's something about you all that just isn't right. Time-wise. And he's been getting slowly closer this whole time.
My crossbow is raised.
Harry supplied his gun.
Mm-hmm. Gabriel will pull out his gun for the first time.
I have a knife.
Fantastic. I will make sure you don't lose it.
Please, it's the last thing I have.
He does not seem fazed by the guns or the knife or the crossbow.
What do you want? Why are you doing all this? You turning this fucking hotel into some bullshit? You've ruined Founders Day? Like, what is your problem?
We're turning this hotel back to what it is supposed to be. Sanctuary for us. And then we want to leave. We've been trapped here for 50 years.
He wasn't supposed to build it here.
No, he wasn't. That wasn't part of the deal.
So why did he?
I wish I had an answer. I asked him. He wouldn't say.
So all you want is the hotel gone.
The hotel is what's keeping us contained. He would like freedom. That is the whole idea behind Founders Day, right? Freedom.
I mean, yeah, but you're just as bad as he is. You're turning people that are innocent into want to use without asking them.
No. We're giving them what they want.
Really? Did they all say that? Did they all come to you and say, make us like you?
I want to see this note.
It's not written down.
Well,
But-
then you got nothing, do you?
We believe in verbal contracts. No, we simply asked them if they wanted peace, and legacy, and power. And they all said yes.
Yeah, but they don't have it. You all have it. Once they become one of you, they're not one of them anymore.
This is why you need to write it down. You know,
That's
fine
tricky
print can be
business.
so
That's very smart,
confusing,
Cal.
honestly.
Yeah.
If you want to argue semantics about it, I have all the time in the world.
Well, I mean, your bad guy is gone. Is there something we can do about the hotel that doesn't mean that everybody in here has to either die or conform? Like,
No.
Who hurt you?
I hate this guy.
If all you want is the hotel gone, why not turn everybody loose and then we can burn it down?
We'd be happy to
Because-
do it.
Because we can't leave.
until the hotel is gone. Oh, you burn too. I see.
That's a shame.
Correct.
Okay, but what if we get one of those waterproof barrels and put water in it, but not all the way to the top? Like, and we just put everybody in a barrel, and then we set the hotel on fire, and everyone's in a barrel, so they won't set on fire, and then they get out of the barrel and leave.
My mate
That's a
did
really
that
smart
once.
idea, Cal.
A charming idea, but I don't think we have enough barrels.
So how do you leave? How do you break this?
Well, we're trying to figure that part out.
So you don't even know. You're doing all of this without
Wow.
even knowing.
Listen, we're through. That's all that matters. Now that we're here in this space, if I have to tear this hotel apart brick by brick, I will.
I feel like Sojo like tries to do like a huddle situation, like come here.
Oh, did you
Come
want a
talk to-
sidebar?
Yeah, because
Yeah, we'd love that.
you've been in our business for far too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will allow a sidebar, but we are going to quickly go to Wit's room. Wit, very pale from blood loss,
Mhm.
leaning heavily on Charlie. gets
Charlie.
Yeah, right. Charlie, you open the door to Wit's room. And again, it's like this mess of stuff. Like wherever Wit goes, they just sort of fan out. All of their gadgets and their
Incredible.
work. Right. There's the body of Mannheim Steamroller replaced, still on the floor.
Beautiful.
And there is another figure in the room. You may recognize Duchess Des Moines,
Oh no.
who you may also remember was replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just sitting on the bed. Oh, you both look like death. Come in. I've been waiting.
This isn't your room. It's actually
Oh.
kind of rude that you're here.
I think the structure is broken down enough that it doesn't matter.
I think we don't have time for this, and you should leave.
Bold of you. Are you sure you don't want to hear what I have to say?
I'm pretty sure neither of us want to hear what you have to say. Because you are not the Duchess.
Sort of looks at her fingernails. It's like, you know what? That's fair. And she stands up, pulls out a gun, and shoots Wit. Good evening, and walks out the door.
Can I? I don't know what to do. Can I grappling gun her?
Sure, you can try.
I think I would just tackle her, to be totally honest. I don't think I would have time to bring out a grappling gun.
All right, go ahead and make me a stunt roll.
Not very good at that, I don't think. Nope. Shoot with where?
Not instantaneous death, I'll say that much.
Oh my fucking god, I got a 2.
All right, so you launch yourself at Duchess, and she just very casually, like, Heisman stiff arms you, but grabs you by the throat and just lifts you up. And is like, do you want to talk now, or...
What is it that you want?
Okay, I see we're being civilized. That's good. Sits you down.
Immediately just starts like trying desperately to patch up with again.
So, we don't have a lot of time, so you're not going to be able to think about this. I'm sorry. Yes or no, Wit doesn't have long. There's a thing that I want here.
What?
And she reaches in to her coat pocket and pulls out one half of the heart of New Orleans. Like, This somehow made its way into grubby human hands, and look what they did. They destroyed it. They carved it in half.
That was your
want the-
husband.
Not my husband. I want the other half.
Okay, that's what we were trying to do.
Great. So
You just shot the one person that could actually try to help us right now. That could try to help both of us right now.
well, I'm sorry, you didn't want to talk, so
You didn't want to even listen to what we had to do. What to say, to do anything.
Charlie, I think you understand what the dynamic here is. Right?
I think if Wit dies, so does your dream of getting the other heart.
Would you like to...
And no, you can't replace her.
Would you like to make a bargain about it? I can save her.
If
You bring me the rest of the heart.
I'm trying to do that.
Wonderful. I just want to make sure you're properly motivated.
I'm properly motivated.
Good. All right. Well, tick-tock then.
Are you going to save her?
When you bring it to me.
Oh my God. I think
Wit is at this point able to like point at the key, which
Okay.
is a little piece of sheet music.
okay. I think they just kind of like launch over to the sheet music, grab Wit, and just say, I will be right back. Don't let her get close to you. Don't let her touch you.
Wit grabs you and it's like, it has to be perfect. And it has to be a recorder.
Are you fucking kidding me? You don't happen to have a recorder, do you?
No, I didn't think I'd need it.
Charlie turns to Duchess and says, your people took our only recorder. You want the heart? I need a recorder. You're muted.
If you want me to help, I think that would be another bargain.
Fine. Just what? Just give me the recorder. What do you want?
I'm going to want your help putting this back together when it's all done.
Fine. Where's the
Wonderful.
recorder?
She walks over to the mirror, reaches into it, and you see the doctor like get dragged out by his neck, and she just like reaches her hand in, takes the recorder out of his pocket, and just throws him back through. She like spins it and flips it over to you.
They just say, they again grab Wit and say, I will be right back. Don't let her touch you. I promise. Everything's going to be okay. I promise. And then run
All right.
to try to find Adam.
At that point, the camera will sort of linger on the door and then drop down to Wit. And Duchess sort of leans over her, pokes the bullet wound, and sort of draws away the fabric, and you see that Wit has some sort of device, Kevlar, something, that protected them from the shot. And they say, okay, I fulfilled my end. Now you hold up yours. And Duchess just nods. And I think we'll take a little breaky break there.
Oh, salty as fuck right now. Salty.
Monster.
Oh.
Are any of us okay?
No.
I'm good.
Nope.
But why?
How about you, Ralph? How about you?
Do you want the truth or do you want Charlie's truth?
I want your truth.
My truth? I'm having a great time.
We did it.
I am being very scared. We're fun.
Okay. Well, do we want to welcome back and jump at it? Just jump right in? Because I may take us a little past 11. I'm sorry. Just the way things go. I will try and keep it as not past 11 as I can. So the camera opens up after our break on the grounds outside of the Skygate Grand Hotel. There are bodies everywhere, but fewer bodies than you might think, because some of them have been taken into the mists. But the camera focuses in on the broken clockwork corpse of Gadget, sort of laying there in the moonlight. And we see feet next to Gadget. And as we slowly pan up, we can see Adam just standing there, staring at the broken Gadget. And for a very long moment, he just stares. And then he bends down and picks up the remnants. And he starts walking back into the hotel. We had a sidebar coming up in Dahlia's.
Mm-hmm.
Candace, I believe you're muted.
Dang old double mute gets me every time. I huddle with everybody, and like, I think the reason that I want to sidebar is because I want to talk about the fact that the hotel only feels murdered because it was burnt down. Would it feel murdered if it was just like incorporated into like the forest? Would it feel like it wasn't alone? Like, just because it's a different kind of thing, right? Just because it's changed and its outsides are different, right? And there's like, it's got new decorations of plant life and stuff. Like, is that better than being burnt alive, so to speak?
I wasn't ever 100% sold on this idea that the man was the hotel. You sure about that?
It's a good idea. It makes a certain amount of sense, but I'm more worried about the people that are in the hotel.
I mean, have we seen him? We were at that big party. We've been all over this hotel. Have we seen a man that looks like that?
No.
No. But he could be someone that visited. He could be one of them. And he like Reese nods to not Vanderbilt.
He waves.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks to me like the way we keep everybody from getting fucked up is to light this shit on fire. But then we're right back to where we started.
Yeah.
In your vision, did they seem like bad? The children?
In my vision?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't hurt him. Just kind of healed the not tier.
I'm not saying I want to join with them or nothing, but there's worse things.
Cal kind of is laying on a table, I imagine, just like head hanging off like the side of it, just like dangling there, and just kind of speaks out into the void and is like, are we going to be right where we started? Because what if we don't get out of the hotel before we burn it down? And then what if we get to where we were And then I think technically we're dead.
That makes a disconcerting amount of sense.
Well, you'd need a way out, Vanderbilt says.
So we can light it on fire and still get people out at the same time.
And you just let us do that?
Well, maybe not people. But if you burn it down and give us time to get out, I may be able to help you.
Alex.
Hi.
Gabriel would like to look at his pocket watch.
So the funny thing about your pocket watch, Reese, now that you're in close proximity to Gabriel, he pulls out his pocket watch, and you note that it has your family crest on it. And Gabriel, as you flip open the face of it, it is stalled at about 30 seconds to midnight, going backwards. But when you do that, the Vanderbilt sort of like holds his side, and he pulls out his own pocket watch, and he flips it open. And simultaneously, you hear and see the second hand tick back once. And there's just this like, boom. And Vanderbilt looks worried.
Problem?
No. I don't think so.
Your face says otherwise.
So does yours. Where did you get that?
Found it on a shipwreck.
If you... okay. I need to do some thinking. Excuse me. And he leaves.
Wait, were we talking about the skull?
Pocket watch.
Pocket
Pocket watch. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
I do think at some point Gabriel does say, Cal, I'm so sorry. I lost the skull. It was a robot head.
Hal's just like so devastated right now. They just keep like just one thing after another that they love. And then they look over at Gabriel and they're like, "You're not gonna let me lick the pocket watch, are you?"
Oh, you can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Licking the pocket watch.
I'm
Like the
licking the
pocket watch.
pocket watch.
It is ice cold.
Much better. It's worth it.
Where did you get that?
Like I said, I found it on a shipwreck.
You know what that is, right?
Pocket watch?
Yeah,
Feels cold.
with the family crest on it.
Well, given that looks a lot like his watch,
What does it do?
well, it doesn't work right. It's been ticking backwards.
I think at that point, Charlie, you enter the foyer, which is where Dahlia's is adjacent to.
Mm.
And you see your friends in Dahlia's, and you see Adam walking in the front door of the hotel. And then you see this weird, like, roots come out of the door frames and just, like, create this interlocked mass behind him.
So we're trapped in here.
Your words, not mine.
Okay. I think Charlie, super out of breath. They're not very fit. Looks over at Dahlia's, looks at Cal, and just starts yelling, "Cal, I need you to play something for me. I can't read sheet music. I starts waving the recorder, and I think just runs in there actually.
Cal is muted.
Cal's muted.
Everybody's muted.
Cal is going to slowly kind of like look up over at Charlie and not believe them at first that they're seeing them, and then like really fast try to get up and then hurt themselves a little bit in the process because
Wooziness.
they're still very injured, and then lay back down, and then is like, we gotta burn it down anyway. I mean, I don't know if we'll make it after this, Charlie.
No, I that's not what I'm talking about. I need you to play on your recorder. I need you to play at Adam. It's the only way to stop him.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's not supposed to make sense. It's Whitney Arkwright we're talking about, and she's just a goofy gal. Okay, just play the damn recorder.
Cal's okay.
Holds up the sheet music. You can read this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yes,
Totally.
I can read that. And Cal will kind of like take their time getting up, and in the process is telling you the story about how they first came about this recorder and how special it is to have them and how thankful they are that you found it, and
I'm so
maybe it
glad.
will save the world, and maybe it will do some good, and maybe Cal will be redeemed for all the bad things they've done in the past, but it didn't matter because they were just a growing person and they didn't know. And then they'll finally get up and
Incredible.
and then they look at Charlie and they're like, "Here, do you need me to go out there? Where is the best positioning there, conductor? I'm not sure where you would like me to be."
Adam has entered Dahlia's.
Oh, that answers the question. Okay, I'm just gonna start playing then. Yes, and
Okay.
then Cal will start playing.
Make me a craft art check.
Oh, you're gonna make me roll things.
I am.
Love it when you do that.
Mhm.
Great. It's a great
Well,
time.
yeah.
I got a 17.
That is a success.
Yay.
So Cal starts playing, and I don't know what tune it is. What song is it? Someone.
Hot cross buns.
It's Hot Cross Buns.
Has to be.
Damn it, Whitney Arkwright. You had to pick Hot Cross Buns. So Cal plays out Hot Cross Buns, and you see Adam's...
ancient song.
You see the light go out of Adam's eyes, and he sort of slumps forward, drops Gadget's body to the ground. And as he slumps, he says, "I'm sorry."
Thank you, Cal. Thank you. Take it. And then Charlie runs over to Adam, and is trying to like take out the heart
Make me a tinker roll.
Absolutely. That is what I do. That is not what I do. It is. I'm a +2, but I got an 8.
Got an 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did get that.
So you do flip it open. You do get the compartment open.
Okay.
But you weren't expecting the heat. And so you burn yourself as you are trying to get the second piece of the Heart of New Orleans out. You're going to take 1 point of physical damage.
All good. I have taken none so far. So
Then you have it, and it's like rapidly cooling in your hands. And
Okay.
hot, hot, hot. Oh, okay. All right. You have it.
how fragile does it feel?
Oh, it's a diamond.
To diamond, so not
Not
so kind
fragile.
of semi-fragile.
Hmm.
If
But
I took my wrench and just smashed it,
Oh, yeah, no.
nothing. Okay. I don't have a way to wreck this thing. I think Charlie will look at the gang.
Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
She needs it, but she didn't say that she needed it whole. I'm gonna have to fix it, but it'll take longer to fix it if it's broken, right? So I mean, I might save us some time, and I have to still complete the login, so it's fine. So I need one of you to smash this. I need one of you to smash this right now.
Charlie,
I don't think it would be a good idea to smash that, Charlie. And you hear footsteps. And Duchess Des Moines walks in.
I think Charlie at this point, then they're holding the heart, and I think they pull out their gun.
What is happening
And
right now?
they point it at the Duchess. And they say, "Did you heal her? Is she alive?
She's alive.
Will she stay alive?"
Until, well, she doesn't have much time. And she holds out her hand.
Charlie, what are you doing?
What's happening?
What is this?
I am protecting an innocent and brilliant creator from certain death. And I'm not going to allow them to die by the hands of their own creation, nor by some bullet from the Duchess. So she just wants the second part of the heart.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure nothing can go wrong there. I'm sure.
I still have to fix it. It's broken.
She plucks it out of your hand, and then she smiles.
I feel like this is bad.
And it is a Cheshire Cat smile.
This is definitely bad.
You see her cheeks
Definitely
rip
bad.
open.
No. Nope.
Sharp teeth smile.
No.
And she holds out her hand to Charlie and says, "All right, let's go."
Charlie, what did you do?
Charlie.
Where are you going?
Charlie.
I said I would fix it. I don't have to go anywhere to fix it. I'm an engineer. I'm a tinkerer. I can fix this here.
No, we need heat.
You're right next to a kitchen. I mean, there's plenty of heat in there.
Yeah, I don't know if you really need to go anywhere for that. I feel like
Would a burning
not-
house do it?
That's not.
Too uncontrolled. The boiler, however, that should do it.
Sounds dangerous. I don't know. I mean, you've already made your deal, but
I made my deal. I have to do it.
Charlie.
Charlie, you shouldn't make deals.
It was life or death.
I mean, now we're definitely all gonna die.
Well, where is she?
Well,
if you're not here, then maybe, you know, she can step in and she can help us. She's an engineer too. Like, she's your mentor. Maybe she can, you know, fill in.
oh no, we need Wit for this part.
And you need me for this part.
Yes.
What part? Part what? What? Cal's like, I didn't need the recorder. It's okay. Like, we can just, I can find a new one. I was lying. It's not really passed down from my family. I just found it in a thrift store one day. It's really not worth all this, I promise.
The Duchess is like, oh, but that's a far less interesting story.
Wait,
I liked
Exactly.
the other one.
what are
Right,
you gonna what are
exactly.
you gonna do with our friend though? What are you gonna do with him? Are they gonna be able to come back up?
Charlie agreed to help me reforge the heart.
Yeah, and what does that
Yeah,
involve?
that's not a fucking answer.
I don't know.
Is Charlie gonna be safe while they're doing this work for you?
Are any of us really safe?
I don't
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
not an answer either. That's question.
No.
I can't break a bargain. I don't know what the consequences are, but considering the fact that these things are not, you know, the most human and morally good in the eyes of, you know what, I'm just gonna go.
I think Dahlia has sort of sidled up to Sojo while this exchange is happening. And very sotto voce, she like leans in and whispers to you, they're distracted. Maybe we can get to Vanderbilt's vault. That's where his journals are. There may be something in there.
Sojo straightens their shoulders, looks at Charlie. I know you're a person of your word. It's one of the things I've come to appreciate about you.
Thank you, Shoujo.
Please be careful, all right? Get out of this in one piece.
See ya. And we'll have some more lobster rolls together.
That
think
better
she
be a
offers
promise,
her-
Charlie.
She offers her giant mitt for a handshake.
Absolutely. Takes the gun, puts it in the other hand, shakes, and then just like brings it in for a hug.
Yeah. I think I look at the others and I'm just like, I shrug.
I mean, are you allowed to bring friends with you?
I think this is just us time.
Oh,
But if you want to come watch, I suppose that's fine.
I'm not going to force you guys to come with me. I've made this decision myself. You guys should get out of here.
I
We'll
still
try
have
to find a way
unfinished
to stop
business, so I'm not going anywhere. But be safe, Charlie.
Be safe, Gabriel.
All right, so the Duchess is going to lead Charlie into the cellar. What would everybody else like to be doing?
Where's what's his face?
He's not around.
Then I would like to take this opportunity to super sneak
Mm.
and follow Dahlia's suggestions.
So she indicates that in his apartment, in his room, there is a portrait behind which there is a safe, which has his stuff. That's where he kept his valuables and his journals, which were supposed to be her payment at the end of the day.
I guess I let everybody know what my plan is.
Don't you think that's probably where he just went?
I mean, he could be. He could. But I also don't know that journals are the first thing on his mind with all this pandemonium everywhere.
I mean, he looked at that pocket watch like he had questions. I was looking for answers. That's the first place I'd start.
I mean, if they're his journals, wouldn't he already have that knowledge?
But he's not him. He's impersonating him.
Maybe he
That's
doesn't
fair.
know the journals are there. Maybe we could just walk by. Walk by, take a look around.
You also remember that you put a wrought iron bed frame against the door.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do it. I have questions too.
All right, so you all head up, and the hotel is becoming much more forest-like. There are trees growing up out of the ground. There are roots spreading out along the floors, and not just like roots, like it's a maze in a way, like knotty, sort of difficult to move through. There are roots growing out of the walls and the ceiling as well. There are like half trees projecting out of the walls. And as you're walking, you start to realize that there are faces in those trees, like little knot holes with very dead people in them. And Gabriel,
What's up?
you recognize one of those faces as you walk past it. But they're not quite dead.
This tracks. Is this the man I hoped would be my boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his eyes sort of flutter open as you walk past, and you hear him sort of half strangled say, Gabriel.
Fisher. Oh fuck. This is bad. This is really bad.
It's fine.
Is it?
No, you're right.
No, I mean you're right. It's fine. You're gonna be fine.
Can you get me out of this?
I can I'm gonna try to grab him and pull him out.
So you have to like break the bark. So I'm going to need a stunt roll from you.
That is an 18.
Okay. So yeah, you're like it's maybe like a half-formed tree, or like there's something about like it's coalescing, it's not fully formed yet, but you're able to sort of rip him free, and you see that there are roots and things in him as though he is being vampired by the tree almost, and he looks very pale and like he's bleeding all over the place. It's like, I don't think this is how we were supposed to meet.
No, we were supposed to be sitting down at a dinner table together.
I think that would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been Fisher.
I had a lot of questions, but I think the only one that matters is, what can you do with this? And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a key.
And Gabriel clasps his hand between theirs and looks him dead in the eye and says, Fisher, we can do everything with this.
Make sure the right people are in there when you open it.
Any guidance on what that would be?
Our people. The Order's people.
Okay. Yeah,
There are things in there that I've acquired that probably would not be best if it got out.
Of course, I will make sure that it is only the Order that are in there.
He's fading. I mean, he's lost a lot of blood. And he raises his knuckles up and gives you a fist bump, which is the official greeting of the Order. And he says, Bonamest.
Bonamest Fisher.
And then he just like collapses against the tree.
Gabriel pockets the key, stands up, wipes tears off his face, and says, well, I guess technically I got what I came here for, but at what cost?
It was me. The cost was me. Shall we proceed to Vanderbilt's room?
Was this all just in front of us?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Like,
yes.
Sojo has like walked past where you stopped and has been staring this entire time. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, their face is just like eyebrows in their hairline, like disappeared under their cap. Just
Talking to that wall friend?
do you want to answer, you know, all of the zillion questions I'm sure you know we all have?
I can keep it simple. I'm a part of a secret society. He was the founder of that secret society. He died in the fire tonight. I was sent here to get the key to the vault, which contains all of his knowledge and artifacts that has been inaccessible to us since it was lost. And I really wanted to go on a date with him.
We don't have time to unpack all of that. But, you know, my condolences, first of all.
Thank you.
And, you know, second of all, I want to know more about your secrets.
If we live, I'll say what I can say.
As this person was dying, Cal was like very as quietly as possible as you can for a recorder, playing a very sad song on the
Thank you.
recorder.
Was it On the Wings of Love?
Was it Love Theme from Titanic?
That was actually what I was thinking.
I was thinking
Either
the
of
love
those will
theme. I
work.
was thinking
Yeah.
Titanic too, but
Yeah, my heart will go on.
We've
yeah,
heard the
'cause I
shitty
used
recorder.
to play
My
that
heart
on
will go
piano like a
on.
lot. Yeah, like, so that's just do 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 do. Anyway,
Cal, I'm going to give you an adrenaline point for that, which means you can use that to re-roll a dice, turn a miss into a hit, turn a hit into a crit. There's a number of things you can do, but that spoke to my heart. Thank you.
thanks. Cal abruptly stopped playing when Sojo started talking, just to clarify.
This is real touching, but I think we should probably move on.
Of course, yeah, we don't have much time, right?
All right, we're going to drop down to the basement quickly, where Duchess has taken you to the boiler room, which this is an old, like, actual flame steam situation, but it has to deal with this whole hotel. So it's very big, and there are like multiple linked units into one system. And the entire room is like lit in that red sort of low flame light. And you see that Wit is sort of slumped up against the corner, or slumped up against the wall. And Duchess is like, okay. She takes the other bit out of her pocket, looks at them, and just tosses them into the open flame of one of the boilers.
Okay. Real quick, also on the way down there, could I have picked up Gadget from Adam's hands? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
For sure.
I meant to
Yep.
say that earlier, but okay.
Good. Yes, you do have Gadget.
Okay. Okay. How I think Charlie runs over to Wit first and just kind of checks them and sees like if they're doing okay.
They are doing
right?
okay.
Okay.
Not great, but you know, they're alive.
Alive. Okay. So you know how they
broke this in half. So how do we put it back together? That just said heat. So
Well, it's going to involve heat. It's going to involve some blood magic.
blood magic.
Yeah. Listen, Charlie, I've studied a lot of things in my life, and I'm not very proud of all of them.
I don't know if you can say that. You're the most incredible, most imaginative, most inspiring engineer and I don't even know what to call it. Creator of anything that has ever been and ever will be. I can only dream of being a fraction of your shadow.
Charlie, that is very sweet of you to say, but Adam isn't pure engineering.
Right. The magic heart.
It's not just
Okay.
that.
Oh.
I had to imbue him with sentience. We don't have that technology, but magic does.
Okay.
I'm saying you shouldn't compare yourself to me, because I've done some really awful things to achieve my results.
I can forgive that. I have done some awful things myself before I dedicated myself to this craft, to bring joy back to this joyless world. I also did some stuff I'm not really proud of, and I will never say that I was happy to do it, but at least it's led me here.
She laughs a little. It's like, you're a much better person than I am, Charlie. I'm not in this for joy. I'm in it to prove that I'm the best. And pride is an awful motivation, now that I'm thinking about it.
I mean, you've done it. You are the best. You don't know this, but you are written in history books for over 100 years. I can feel it in my bones. Well, actually, I think you might know this already.
It's not right. They shouldn't have written that, because I didn't do it all alone. And she sort of looks down at her hands. There's a tremble in them. She says, my father gave his life so Adam could live. I don't think anyone gave their life so Gadget could. That makes you the better engineer, Charlie.
I don't understand. Adam was you. I thought Rapper.
Rappert may look like my father, but Adam was my father. In a way.
Okay.
Duchess is like, this is all very touching, but we're on to part 2. Charlie, can you grab that? And she points into the boiler.
Charlie starts looking around for like some sort of boiler, like poker or something like that, like a flame scooper.
I think the closest thing you have is Gadget's arms.
Well, Gadget can withstand a high amount of heat. And I think Charlie takes Gadget and just like the broken remains and just says, "All right, one more time, girl." And using like the tinkering, like knows exactly where to kind of press to make Gadget move manually. And holds onto Gadget and has Gadget like reach out and grab the pieces.
All right. So the Gadget hands grab it. They sort of drop to the floor, but the Gadget Gadget is now burned in addition to being crumpled. And Duchess sort of looks at the pieces and looks over at Wit and is like, "Okay, your turn." And Wit sort of like limps over and is like, "Charlie, I may need your help for this part."
Okay. What
Just
do
sort
I
of
have to?
puts a hand on you to like lower themselves down. They're like, "Could you get them together?"
I think they kind of pull out their big wrench. And they're going to use it to kind of like push the pieces together since they're on the floor. And just pauses and says, "What is the point of this? Adam is upstairs. He's out. He's destroyed. Are you trying to bring him back?"
No. I was promised something better than Adam. And then Wit sort of puts their hand on your face. Says, "Thank you." And you feel the knife go into your stomach. And you are going to take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Wit pulls the knife out and drops your blood onto the two pieces.
That wasn't very nice.
And you see them start to fuse together. And Duchess just reaches down and picks it up. And her hand just starts glowing with light from within. And then you see a sword just start to like form out of their hand. And they say, "Well, this is good. We've been missing this for a while." At that point, you've sort of collapsed over to the side because of the wound. Wit stands up and says, "Are we done here?" And Duchess says, "I think we are." And at that point, Wit flicks her wrists, and 2 double-barrel shotguns come out of her, and she just blam and shoots Duchess right in the face. And she hits Duchess, who splatters, but also hits a few important parts of that boiler, which starts hissing and smoking. And Wit sort of throws the guns away, grabs you, Charlie, and is like, "I'm so sorry, but we need to get out of here."
Wait, we can't let this happen. We can't let it burn. That's why we're here. That's why we came back. Also, you stabbed me.
She's like, "I don't think I hit anything vital." And then Wit's very strong arms pick you up and carry you out of the basement. And then we'll go upstairs.
Oh, God.
Where you all were in Vanderbilt's room.
We sure were.
So you open up find the portrait, flip it open, get the safe open, and there are just stacks and stacks of little, like, moleskin journals. And the man was old, so there are dozens, if not hundreds, of them.
Start pulling him out and looking at him, I think.
All right, I'm going to have all of you make me a library use roll. Is that a skill? That's a skill, right?
I don't see it.
No. God
Lore?
damn it.
It's
Search.
definitely Call of
Search.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, search. That is absolutely
Yeah,
called
there's
Cthulhu. I'm sorry,
search.
that's where my brain is. Yeah, I'll have you make a search or assess roll, either one.
I got 21.
Nice.
11.
Yeah.
9.
Also 9.
Okay, so all of you who are not Cal are flipping through these journals, and they're like from 10 years ago. Like, there is no pertinent information in them. Cal, though, you're like, how would a person organize this in a way that makes sense to me? And it turns out you and Vanderbilt, you think alike. And so you are like, if I were to be going to the very early ones, it would be here. And you like reach in and you pull one out, and it's the exact date that you need. Just like flips right open to it. And it describes how Vanderbilt shot a knot deer in the woods, thinking it was a regular deer. And how... So from the knot deer has the ability to look like a regular deer.
Okay. That at least.
Yep.
Okay.
Mechanically speaking,
Makes
it has the
more
ability
sense, yes.
Yes.
But upon discovering this, he was horrified, obviously, and was confronted by one of the children who basically said, you know, your life is forfeit, you've killed our friend. And he struck a bargain, which was that he would build, you know, he would continue his life, but wherever he built this hotel that was his dream, the children would fund it, but they would be able to move through it from their world to this world. So they were thinking, we're going to get him to build this in a city, we're going to be there. No, he builds it on the top of a fucking mountain. And then he manages to ring the area in iron so that they cannot actually leave the grounds. And so they're very upset by this, but this is the bargain. Every 50 years, they can step through a portal that was created in the hotel. And he managed to do it in such a way that he contained them. But he's now dead, and they're running rampant. And the only thing that he knows of that would break that portal is a tool made by the children themselves. He doesn't specify what that is. But breaking that portal using whatever is how you sever the connection completely. You also read several years later that he built this hotel super fast at great expense. And then he found a local hedge witch who helped him imbue the hotel with sentience so that it could be just another guardian against the children. And those are the two pertinent pieces of information that you get from reading those journals. It takes you just long enough for the boiler to explode,
Perfect.
which you hear with a very loud boom.
That sounds bad.
Fucking Charlie.
Fuck. All right. What are we doing? This is it, right? This is how it burns down.
Which means we
Yeah.
don't have a lot of time.
Listen, I mean, what did the fucking hotel say? He wanted someone to solve the murder? Not prevent it, right?
I thought it was prevent it. Was it prevent it?
I thought
It
we
was-
were not supposed to let it go on fire.
It was the hotel asked you to solve the murder.
I mean, we've solved the fucking murder. It's a little bit everybody's fault, honestly.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? We're just getting out of here?
At this point, I think Wit is calling out with Charlie, so you can probably hear them shouting.
Sure.
And they're saying, help,
Yeah.
Let's
Move
go
out of the
do
room
that.
and yeah, move to help support Charlie.
Yeah, 100%.
Did Wit take the sword?
Roll luck. Give me a luck roll.
Fuck. All right. Come on, luck.
You can do it.
No,
No.
I rolled an odd. I'm evens.
it did not take the sword.
Okay.
However, you know that the sword is in the basement.
Right. Yeah, Charlie is bleeding pretty bad. You said it was, I don't know, was it 6 points?
It was 3 points.
It was 3
Or
points.
did I, sorry,
Okay.
it was 4. Excuse me. It was
4 points. Okay, so I had written it down correctly. I added more points because I'm terrible on accident.
I took more damage. It's fine.
Anyway, so yeah, Charlie's bleeding, limping, and
Yeah,
just
let's get you out of here. I can take a look at it.
the Duchess made a sword out of the heart. I got stabbed.
Fuck. Tool of
Whitney
their own
stabbed
making.
me. Okay. Where's the sword?
In the basement.
All right, I'm gonna go get the sword.
Me too.
Wait. Take something. I don't know. Here. And Charlie's gonna give them the grappling gun. Maybe you can grab it from afar. I don't know. I'll come with you. Actually,
No, no, you
You're
won't,
not
Charlie.
going
yeah.
anywhere. Sit.
Cal, Sojo, can you get them outside?
Of course. Can
Alright.
I do nurse physical roll?
You can, yes. Bandage up Charlie, make sure they don't bleed to death, and maybe heal
I
some.
got a 9. No, I got a 10.
Okay. You don't heal them, but you don't harm them either.
I'll take that as a win.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're taking wins where we can get them tonight, everyone.
Yeah.
I have my compound kit. Could
So-
that add like a reroll situation or like a
Yeah.
+1 or anything?
Let's just fucking re-roll it, because why not? So Cal, you can re-roll.
I'm being helpful. You're on
Cal,
mute.
you are
Jen.
muted.
Mm-hmm.
The double
Jen
mute is
dropped
getting us
Their
tonight.
dice.
Stop.
Stop
Candace!
talking to me.
What was it? What was the roll?
I don't know because it's too dark to find the other one, but this one.
Called out.
I rolled a 10 plus 2, so 12.
12. That's a success. So,
Yay!
so with the aid of Sojo's healing compounds, the bandaging that you do numbs the pain, and Charlie, you're able to, like, it's not gone completely because you did get stabbed in a not vital part. Whit knew what they were doing.
Right.
Right. But you'll heal one hit point.
Master. Heal.
Heal.
Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Charlie looks up and just says, "Thank you." Maybe we should we wait for them? Should we walk out?
I will remind you that there are root masses covering the doors and windows of the hotel.
Right. But Adam has an axe.
Adam had an axe.
Bruv. But they're getting a sword.
They are getting a sword.
Cal just
We
lays
sure
on the
are.
floor.
Stay low. Don't let the smoke get you. Yes. So I think we'll descend to the basement, which is hot and fiery and smoky.
I'm pulling the gas mask I have on.
That's a great idea. That's a great fucking idea.
Reese is like,
Just checking my inventory.
I was strategic in this.
Turns out I had smelling salts.
Hey!
that's helpful. You could sniff that instead of the smoke, maybe.
I
Yeah.
have a powdered wig.
I also have a powdered wig.
Multiple powdered wigs in this group, which is good.
That you might be able to use that as a filter.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just breathe in powder instead.
I'm
Cal's
sure
just
that'll be
laying
fine.
on the floor with the powdered wig over their face.
Yes. All right.
I think Reese is just gonna try to do this as quickly as he can. Like, it's on fire. He's gonna try to get in and get out.
Okay.
Ships catch on fire sometimes. I think this is probably not the first time he's done this.
I think that's reasonable. Sometimes you gotta go below decks and get, a thing that you wanted or didn't want to burn or sink. So you guys descend. The hotel is catching quickly. It is burning fast. But you go down, it is smoky, but if you stay low or you have your gas mask, you are okay. You know that they were going to the boiler room, so you follow the sign and you get there to see just the whole place is wrecked. Like, the explosion took out wall, it took out other boilers, like, it's just a mess. It's less fire than you might think, because there's a lot of stone and metal, which but it is hot and smoky, and you can see through the smoke, though, that there is something shining in the far part of the room on the ground.
I think Gabriel's gonna say, "Let me get in, get close, cover me."
Reese will nod. He has his gun in his hand.
All right. So, Gabriel, you go in. You're able to cross the length of the room. Reese, you see the figure that emerges out of the smoke going after him, so you can go ahead and take a shot if you want.
I think I'd like to do something else instead.
Very good.
It is very smoky down here.
Yes.
I think Reese is gonna kind of brace himself, take a big breath, feel the air and the smoke kind of burn at his lungs. Gonna start singing.
Mm.
And I'm going to try to entrance this figure with my entrancing performer ability.
Okay. What does that entail?
That entails me spending a resolve point.
Okay, so you're down to 1. That's good.
Yep. Making a craft performance roll. I can add some stuff to it, and then every target within 30 feet who can hear my performance and whose intuition goal is less than the result of my roll becomes intoxicated.
Okay. Very good. Make your craft performance roll.
Okay. Cool. And that is a 22.
Okay. They are intoxicated indeed. So, Gabriel, you find the sword that was mentioned, and you grab it, and you turn just in time to see the Duchess, who is like flickering in and out of glamour to regular form to glamour, and is just kind of like woozing around, like trying to resist whatever is coming from the door and clearly trying to get at you, but it's just like swipes and clumsy sort of
7 rounds if it matters.
That's a long time. So, Gabriel, what would you like to do?
I think Gabriel calls over to Reese and just says, "Should I and mimes slashing at Duchess with the sword, or should we just run?"
Shrugs at you. I think he's still singing just a very dirty sea shanty.
Yes.
I think Gabriel is going to swing with the sword.
All right. I'm just going to say you can do that. Just
Cool.
decapitate him.
Love it.
All right.
And as we leave the room and start running away, I think we're just going to say, all right, now where's the portal we're supposed to break?
Wouldn't it be the mirror?
Good places I need to try.
All right. Yeah, let's start there.
Start making our way back up to my great-great-great-grandfather's room.
Okay. So you get up there, and the hotel is standing there. And it is burning. It says, "Not this one. We need to get you back first."
Okay.
And in its burning hands, it has glasses of golden liquid.
How many?
2.
What
about
about
the
the
others?
others?
I'm there. And indeed, Sojo and Cal and Charlie, the hotel has appeared before you. Also burning, but not on fire, but not burning, I guess is the way I would put it. And it has a little silver tray with 3 glasses on it.
What about Dahlia?
What about Wit?
Just you.
Yeah, but they don't have to die. They don't have to die in this fire. They don't have to die.
They do.
They don't, and they won't.
I can't protect them.
They're with us, right? Like we took
Yeah.
them with us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to.
Leave. You gotta leave. I hand over my crossbow. Leave.
At that point, Vanderbilt comes in. It's like, I have given a lot of thought to what you said. Oh, like looking around, maybe realizing the hotel is burning for the first time. He's like, what did you do?
We did nothing. We couldn't stop it.
He looks at the hotel. He's like, what did you do? And the hotel just shrugs. But it's like that sassy, like,
Can Charlie give their glass to Wit?
it's only for you.
Damn it.
It won't work. I have an idea, Vanderbilt
No.
says. I can save them.
Yeah, but what do you want?
I'd like to live. And he looks over at the hotel. And he's like, I'll take safe passage with these 2. And I'll be back in 100 years. And the hotel looks at you all. It's like,
Yeah, but what are you gonna do in 100 years when you come back? You gonna wreak more havoc? Or are you gonna go be, a nice fancy boy in the forest?
I have a lot of rebuilding to do. We'll see what happens.
Also, we'll be there in 100 years. We could
I think I look at Cal just to see what's on their face. Like, are they? Because you don't have a horse in this game, like the 2 of us do, and I don't want to go around sacrificing you for these other 2 people. I feel like that would be selfish.
I mean, Cal is still lying on the floor with a wig over their face. So I mean, they
Hard to
don't.
perceive.
Yeah, they've pretty much sealed their own fate, when they lost the recorder the first time.
I guess I look at Charlie. I have a nod though. I've got a yes. If you want it.
We're just going to keep passing on the look because Charlie looks over at Wit and says, "You're supposed to die here. We can stop that from happening. It's your life, but it'll be 100 years.
I don't know I deserve it.
It's up to you."
Cal just gives a thumbs up from the floor.
Dahlia's like, Vanderbilt said time worked a little differently there. May not be so bad.
You be safe?
On my honor, I will not harm them.
All right, but no funny business. When we're in the future, you square up the deal.
Done. In the hotel. Agreed.
I throw it back.
All right. The last thing
Same.
you see is Vanderbilt and Dahlia and Wit walking towards room 113, which is the doctor's room.
Mm-hmm.
So you all wake up in the present, amongst the charred and blackened ruins of the Skygate Hotel. But it's a little different. It's not nearly as destroyed as it was. It's blackened, it's burned, but there is a shell. There is a roof. And as you sort of like come to on the floor of the kitchen, Sojo with Ratbert cuddled in your arm crook,
Oh my God, Ratbutt!
you all can see that the hotel seems to be kind of regenerating, unburning, becoming whole. The hotel is standing there, and it looks at a wristwatch and says, "You don't have much time. But the pact is broken, so you are free to destroy that portal.
We
You
have the
don't
sword.
have to wait.
We have the sword.
You have the sword."
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
To
do
the
this.
doctor's room, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
13.
you run up to the doctor's room, and the doctor's room is perfectly preserved. Like nothing has touched it. It's still immaculately white. No colors whatsoever. And the mirror is rippling like water. And you see, as you open the door, a hand come out of the mirror and just grab the frame.
Is
You
it a
back
brown
enough.
lady's hand?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
So I feel like Gabriel is heading straight towards the mirror with the sword. But
I was
I'm
going to
gonna
ask which of
guess
us you do have the sword. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know about the deal.
No.
Nope.
Is it
Do we all get
Dahlia's
there at the same
hand?
time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so you all started in the kitchen, so you
Okay.
all wake up.
Okay.
That was about to
Cool.
go really badly.
Yeah.
I think like you take your steps toward the mirror, Gabriel, and you hear Sojo say, "Wait, there's two coming out. It's Dahlia and Wit. Just get them out, and then get the mirror."
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Reese.
Yeah, Reese is going to go and grab the hand and start trying to haul the person out of the mirror.
Okay, so Dahlia comes through the mirror. She looks not a day older than when last you saw her. And then another hand comes out, and it's stained in grease. It's a big hand.
My big hand. I think Charlie goes to try to do the same thing like Reese was doing with Dahlia, try to help pull, but is mostly just like leaning back as Wit slowly walks out.
Yeah, I mean
Of
they're
the mirror.
having difficulty getting through, and so they do need that like extra hand to get them out. It's like sucking them out of
Mhm.
a gelatinous cube, if we're using
A
D&D
goop.
terms. A goop.
Mhm.
A goop.
No.
The house looks the same way it did when we left, right? Not on fire,
It does. Yep, not on fire. Just like an
but
immaculately
otherwise
preserved room. Yep.
immaculately preserved room. Okay, cool.
As you pull Wit out, two more hands grasp either side of the portal, and you see Vanderbilt's head start to come through.
Okay, he's back.
That's enough.
All right, stab.
Cool. I would like to say that Reese, if I can, yeah, I mean Reese, like I imagine Gabe is standing off to the side. Reese is gonna pull out his gun and just kind of point it between Vanderbilt's eyes as he tries to pull himself out of the mirror. And once his eyes are through, he's gonna say, "Bad deal." And
There
pull
is
the
a
trigger.
There's a moment of anger and rage, and then the bullet goes between the eyes. And it's not that he dies, but he goes like cross-eyed and is like, you've seen him recover from like an axe to the forehead. So the bullet is it's going to hurt him and it's going to stagger him. So he's like, you see the hand sort of grip into the frame and break it. But he's still like sort of just leaning there.
I'd like to run him through with the sword and get the mirror in the same motion.
Absolutely. So he like looks up at you with the, blood streaming out of the bullet hole, and he just starts screaming. And Gabriel, you get him right through the mouth. And he stops screaming, and the mirror completely shatters. And there's just a wall behind it. And there's a moment of just silence. And then from outside the hotel, you hear a scream of rage. And there's a window if you wanted to look out.
I think
Very much.
I know what it is.
Not at all, but sure.
I mean, you look out just in time to see Phil absolutely demolished by the knot deer. Just like runs him through, gores him, shakes him around, throws his body away. And then all around you, the hotel colorizes and starts to reform. Like you see it reverse burning. And in a matter of moments, the entire hotel is back, just as it was right before it exploded.
No weird mirrors.
No weird mirrors.
Reese is gonna
this was
level.
a success.
Reese is gonna level the gun at Wit and Dahlia, and is gonna kind of gesture the barrel over to the wrought iron frame of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Say, why don't you go ahead and touch that?
They do.
I think our work here is done. We got to. Do you think that deer? I mean, you're like a deer whisperer, right? You like can like talk to it.
No, stuck its tongue in my ass.
I know, but you lived.
Really
You're right.
disturbing. I didn't like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I will say the hotel has appeared again. And it looks happy. Thank you.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. I think Reese is gonna go walk down the stairs and out the front door. If anybody comes along with him, that's fine, but I think he feels like he has to face this thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, you get back up.
Yeah.
So you all head
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And the not deer is just sort of standing there, staring. And it looks at you, Reese. And it does something you've never seen an animal do before. It gets down on its front knees and dips its head. And you hear in your head, you, not him.
Not even close. You're free.
It gives you a nod, looks at the hotel, and then walks away.
Charlie takes out their gun and points it at the not deer
Charlie?
What are
and
you doing,
pulls the
Charlie?
trigger. And a bunch of confetti comes out of the can.
Yes.
That's what
Shit, Charlie, you had me scared.
you
You
pointed.
think I would
that
have a
thing-
real gun? I don't have any
pointed that thing at
weapons.
people.
It's
Jen,
a
you're
for
muted.
bluff. It's for fun. It's a game. I don't have any. I don't. It's fine. Yeah,
Me neither, Charlie. Me
I'll throw
neither.
it. It's a bust.
Especially since my whip got left in the past.
Get you a new whip.
The whip.
We'll get you a new whip. We'll get a new skull robot head. We'll find some stuff.
The
Can I
hotel
look
is...
at?
Oh,
Can
go
I
ahead.
look at the book that Dahlia had given me in the past? Do I still have it in my pocket?
You do.
Oh.
Is it recipes? I think I like scoop her up and like a really big hug, and I hand her back the book and I say, "We can turn some things around. I don't think I can find you, as good of a place as the one you had, but I mean, this looks kind of good, and the lodge down the street fucking sucks, and the villagers are not very nice, but I mean, you can make a go of it."
She's like, I think I would like to get away from here for a while, but I think we might be able to start something again.
You got a real big family to meet.
I cannot wait. The hotel, meanwhile, is standing there. Is like, so one last thing. Technically, this land and any structures on it belong to the living descendants of Vanderbilt the First.
Yeah.
I have a request. I would like to be freed from that obligation.
Well, I think without a second thought, Reese says, no one should live their life in chains, real or imaginary.
The hotel nods and thanks you. That's wonderful, but it does require the full consent of all descendants of Vanderbilt the First on the property.
Reese looks around at everybody else.
There's a reason I picked you all.
All of us?
All of you. The connections are tenuous, I admit, but they're there.
Damn, Grandpa.
I look at Dahlia like, thought you were hooking up with the fucking Duchess.
She just gives you a little like,
Hey, no kink shame. We all,
Really
3
good
is not a
idea.
lonely number. I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
course,
no, me
yeah, of
too. Like
course.
totally. Yep.
That's cool.
Mhm. Yep.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's not a problem.
Don't tell me. And then Charlie turns to Wit.
oh no.
Oh.
But the hotel gives out this like deep sigh of relief. And then the whole thing just starts to crumble. Just like falling in on itself. But it's not a violent end. It's a peaceful one. It's one of someone who's been in pain for a while and finally has let themselves go.
I think
And-
Sojo definitely cries, holds Dahlia's hand, kind of looks at the others, and it's like, I didn't think I'd give so many fucks. But I'm glad it's done. And I'm glad to know yous.
Well, we're family, I guess.
Apparently.
On that.
I was gonna live there.
Mm.
Listen, Reese, we can find you somewhere else to live.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
you
you
could-
could
you could
join.
You say
You
you're part of
join
some
the
secret society.
Yeah.
You got a name?
Yeah, we're the Order of Plymouth Rock.
All right.
Okay, but I get to make the theme song.
Of course, Cal.
Of course.
100%. And on that note, we will pan away from our all survivors. You all made it through.
I knew we could do it.
Impossibly.
And the camera fades to black, and we get the credits. And then there's a stinger. Because the camera comes up on another mirror in a very dark, shrouded room. And the mirror glass starts to ripple. And a hand comes out of the mirror. And it's one of the children. Maybe not one we've met or remembered. But they step out into a vast room, incredibly large, with boxes and shelves of books and trunks and cases. And the camera pulls back through a gigantic, like, vault door that has the Order of Plymouth Rock symbol on it. And that is where Founders Day ends.
God damn it, JD.
Bonamest, everyone.
Incredible.
It was so bonum.
Oh,
Holy
Stunning.
shit, we did it.
Oh my
We're
god.
oh
alive.
my god.
Oh.
I'm
Hubris
so
wins the
angry at
day.
you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did nothing wrong.
Did nothing
Ever
wrong.
in your life?
Ever in my
Oh
life.
my
Ever in your
god.
life.
And you have a
Ah.
super sweet sword.
That is true.
Yeah.
Got a sword made of diamond that glows with an inner light. What more do you want from me?
F minus. A plus overall, but also F minus.
Yeah,
Thanks.
both.
Thanks.
Duality.
God.
Okay, well, do you want to do outroductions?
Yeah, let's do that.
Start with Alex.
Okay. Hey, I'm Alex. I wrote the game that this actual play was using, Backwoods, which is part of the Backwards tabletop universe. We've got 2 books out: Backwater, which is set in Louisiana and the American South, and Backroads, which is set in St. Louis and the Midwest. If you liked what you saw here, Backwoods and Back Channels, which is set in Florida and the Bahamas and the Gulf, are going to be launching on Kickstarter sometime in the next few months. You can back our Kickstarter pre-launch page to find out more about that. Otherwise, I play some games. If you want to see my not sad werewolf boy, come back for Monster Hearts next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, and we'll deal with the Rammies of massacring your entire family. What else? We've got Shadows Between the Stacks next week. I'm going to be running some Call of Cthulhu with some folks, and that's table 1, which is the fuck around table, and I'm looking forward to the Rammies of that.
No Rammies, no Rammies, no Rammies.
Stop. Stop on the no Rammies. But there will be Rammies. I will be your Ramwich artist. Don't worry about it. If you liked these Rammies, come back for more. We've also got Cold Iron starting. What is that officially starting in July now?
Beginning of July. Yes.
Yep. Which is our Changeling the Lost, alternate universe, fairies, Soviet Union, murder, little meow meows, 4 monsters and will. Come have a good time with us. Yeah, this was fun. I hope you all had fun. Thank you for playing. Thank you for saying yes when I was like, hey, do you want to play a silly game?
I had a blast.
I had a great time.
Hi, I'm Candace. I have been Sojo Tubman. This has been a really fun game. I always have a blast. You can find me at that Candace Girl on Twitter, where I post all of the shenanigans that I get into. You can also find me at that Candace Girl on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Coming soon to either Twitch or YouTube, depending on how we're feeling that day. I will probably be having some Pride covers. If you want to come and celebrate Pride with me, I play ukulele covers and I sing. You can also see me in some upcoming stuff that I don't think is announced yet. I'll be over at That Gamer Shares channel for a Portals of Power, which is going to be a Juneteenth celebration, as well as on 12-Sided Stories podcast, Bookhound Bounty Hunters. I believe the last episode dropped today. So feel free to catch that up. We'll catch up on that wherever you get your pods.
I'm not as emotionally exhausted as I thought I would be, but I'm still emotionally exhausted. Okay, this week I will be back on Friday to be your storyteller for a season of Secrets in Shadow, where I will also be back the following week. But those are our 2 finales, 1 for each table. We are almost coming to an end with this season of a season of Secrets and Shadows. I will be back here as well on Sunday for our recording of Academy H, and then I will be with Tales from the Table Studio for SCP or Crumbling Foundation next Monday. I will also be back here for Shadows Between the Stacks, which I am thrilled for. You will get to see me play a very different character than Gabriel. And I think, honestly, outside of plugging Locus on RPGs Uncovered real quick, there's nothing else I need to bring up immediately because we've got 2 weeks before I'm back for class reunion or for anything else that's coming up, like Thy Kingdom Come or like running Redacted. It's fine. I'm fine. It's great.
Mm-mm.
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 Oh, it's
Jen?
my turn. Okay. Hi. I've been Cal, who has been your lovely, awkward recorder playing person.
Truly
You
blessed.
can you can find me on Tuesday nights over at Bathhouse for ESA One by Night. We just announced our sponsorship with Hero Forge, which is very, very, very exciting. So if you want to come win some minis, follow the socials for that. And then I'll be here next week doing stuff, which will be fun. I don't want to talk my character. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. And I got a butt ton of stuff, other stuff coming up, but I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about or what I'm not allowed to talk about. So I'm just not going to talk about any of it right now. And you can find out on Twitter about the things. Okay, thanks.
Relatable.
Also, Twitch immediately walked back that sponsorship nonsense, so you don't have to make your Hero Forge logo 3% of the screen.
Oh my gosh, right? Don't even, it's been a day.
Hello, I'm Raph. I was Charlie. What am I talking about? I'm talking about being in games. Friday, I will be in the finale of Table One's Murder Genocide Spree. Regicide specifically. A season of Secrets and Shadows. That's the name of the game. There we go. I'm putting it all together again. Table One. And there's going to be rituals, romance, what else? Murder. And then I will be I'm trying to remember. My brain is out. Sunday I'll be here to watch Academy Age, and so should you. And then next week is chilling because we don't have redacted.
Yeah, we don't have redacted.
But then I will be back again for another class reunion, and then redacted at the end of the month. So also go check out Backwoods and go pre-launch Kickstarter is about to start. So go do that. And Gadget's gonna be okay. Gadget's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. Maybe we'll see Gadget 2.0.
I was worried about it.
Good. Well, don't.
I will. I played Reese Till / Vanderbilt the Fourth tonight. Normally, I am mostly here. I'll be back for all the things that other people just said. And I don't think any of it's different. Academy H this Sunday. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be recording 2 new episodes this Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday of next week, we'll be back. I'll be back for Missing Numbers, one of the last 2 episodes of our Eldritch Horror Pokemon TTRPG that has been going pretty much since the channel started. It's coming to a close, a very emotional close, and I think that's pretty much it. I'll be playing in Shadows Between the Stacks on Wednesday, and I will be here Friday as well for a season of Secrets and Shadows, playing the best worst girl, Abigail Donatelli. That's it for me. We have been Live from the Apocalypse collectively. And if you're not already following us on social media, what are you doing? You can do that. There are links in the chat. You should do it. And then there is a Discord as well, a Discord server, which is full of great and wonderful people. And we would love to have you be a part of that community if you are so inclined. Everybody is so friendly and so nice. We are going to disappear on that note, but I think we're going to raid our friends over at Nat 20 Productions who are playing some Pathfinder, and then we're gonna call it a night for us. So stick around. There are 2 raid messages in the chat. If you happen to be subscribed, you can grab the first one with the little mushroom men. If not, grab the second one with the raccoons. But I think on that note, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.